All right, welcome back to the channel, everyone. Hopefully you guys are having a great rest of your day, start to your day, whatever time it may be. And we're gonna have a real talk commentary in this video, man. I'm gonna be talking about automotive YouTube, the car community, and what I'm gonna be doing moving forward. If you guys enjoy this type of content where I just sit here, drive, talk about topics in the car community on YouTube, feel free, drop a like on the vid, subscribe to the channel, and turn on those post notifications to stay up to date. We're about to be putting the Shelby GT350 on E85, back on E85 very, very shortly. So be on the lookout for that. Now let's go ahead and talk about automotive YouTube in general, and not necessarily the problem with automotive YouTube, but some things that I have noticed about automotive YouTube that are honestly quite strange and really funny in my personal opinion. Now let me know down in the comment section, what type of automotive YouTube content do you guys watch? Do you guys watch builds? Do you guys watch news and update style videos? Do you guys watch like racing videos, or like just a combination of all of it? Because what I've seen on YouTube the past like year is really interesting. Now, in my personal opinion, there's a couple of different ways you can go ahead and approach like automotive content creation. You could do the mainstream route, which realistically, if you can trick the system and kind of do the mainstream route, that technically is the best way to go about it, especially if you are actually trying on your YouTube channel. You can do the build route, where you just don't really care about, I should say, a time frame and necessarily growth. You're just kind of just putting the content out. Or you can go like the news updates route as well. Now I've kind of done all three, and what's really interesting and what I feel has kind of altered car content in general is viewership, as well as like the creators have kind of created what I like to call like the 30-day syndrome. Now, what I mean by the 30-day syndrome is you have like 30 days to introduce a car on the channel, start the build on the channel, and essentially finish the build on the channel, which is 110% like unrealistic, and it's not going to happen unless you're a massive automotive YouTuber that already has essentially the whole build premeditated, all of the parts for the build pre-bought, and everything's kind of like in a time frame before the car is introduced. That's the mainstream route for automotive content creation. And if you can theoretically game the system, even if you aren't a big content creator, that is going to be the best approach. Now you have the build route, where you introduce a vehicle on the channel and then you just build it up over time. This is a crazy long light, but that's going to be why. You just build it up over time. Now obviously you're gonna suffer from the 30-day syndrome, because all the viewers, and because of how other automotive how other automotive YouTubers run their channels, people are gonna be anticipating the build to be essentially done within a 30-day period or less, because of what they're used to watching, which again, there's absolutely nothing wrong with that, because the reason these bigger YouTubers do this is because they fell victim to the 30-day syndrome. So now they know this is exactly what you theoretically have to do to build up, I should say, like a long-lasting audience. Now, if you are not a big automotive YouTuber and you're like, well, there's no way that I can go ahead and theoretically compete against the bigger YouTubers with my build, I'm gonna offer you some advice. Again, I'm not a big automotive YouTuber whatsoever. This is just coming from an automotive YouTuber who has been watching automotive content for quite some time, that also knows a thing about YouTube, because I'm not just, you know, blowing smoke in the air right now. I come from the gaming side. I have a YouTube channel that has over 300,000 subscribers. So I know a thing or two about YouTube. If you are a up-and-coming automotive YouTuber, if you have the passion to create car content, and even better, if you have not started posting content yet, here's what I want you to do instead of going ahead and sporadically uploading videos. on a schedule that theoretically is not going to benefit yourself or your channel or the viewers watching. If you are planning on starting a YouTube channel, and let's say you have a Mustang, it doesn't matter what year Mustang, doesn't matter what generation Mustang, V6, V8, if you have not started creating content on the channel, what I want you to do, just so you can beat that 30-day syndrome, you want to create a month's worth of content first before you press upload on your first video. The reason you want to do this is because you can set up essentially a time frame on the channel and be 30 days ahead of the curve at all times. Now you want to 100% start the build and do essentially a phase 1 of the build within that 30-day period. Now, if you can't theoretically start like phase 2, I'm gonna say phase 1, let's say phase 1 is wheels, tires, suspension, exhaust. That's what everybody does. And then after that, people do, you know, headers, cold air intake, tune. What you want to do is get all those videos done, wheels, tires, suspension, exhaust, right? Get all those videos recorded. Then you want to start uploading on a schedule to where everything is coming out essentially back to back to back, so there's a time frame and a timeline that makes sense. Then once you get those videos up on the channel, before you even press upload, you want to begin phase 2. And once you begin phase 2, you start uploading phase 1. So you're always ahead, and the content you're producing on the channel is going to be coming out in a time frame where, in a viewer's perspective, they're thinking you're building this car fast as hell. They're thinking that you're getting things done boom, 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 boom. But in all reality, it took you 60 days to do so or longer. But once that content's on the channel and starting to go up on the channel, it's going out in a rate where theoretically people are thinking, you know, you're one of the bigger content creators. So they're more likely to subscribe, they're more likely to watch longer, and they're gonna stay tapped in. That is what I recommend all small YouTubers in the automotive scene to do. And that's exactly what I'm gonna start doing when it comes to the build aspect on your channel. Yes, it's kind of the mainstream route, but in the way it isn't, because it's using what you have smart and putting things out in a time frame. Because one thing people hate is they hate when things come out sporadically. They don't like people that are inconsistent. Viewers don't like YouTubers that are inconsistent. And they also don't like YouTubers who are not putting out content that they want to see in a time frame. People want to see things put out in a fashion to where, you know, they can follow the build and it doesn't get boring. This is a way that you can go ahead and avoid that 30-day syndrome, that 30-day crisis, and essentially create a channel that could be up to par with a lot of the bigger YouTubers. Let me know down in the comment section what you guys think, man. I know some people are probably gonna be like, well, no, dude, I'm just gonna upload, you know, when I wanna upload, do what I wanna do. That's cool, go ahead and do that. But I can guarantee you, this is a foolproof method on how you can actually grow your YouTube channel, and you're not gonna feel like you're pressed for, you know, content, because it's all pre-made. You essentially are gonna have a month's worth of content already ready to go, and then once you have that content pushing, you know, out on your channel and you're seeing it grow, you're gonna be more motivated to make videos. So that's something that I feel like a lot of people 110% should think about. You have to have a plan when you make YouTube videos, and this is, in my personal opinion, gonna be a great way that you can go ahead and attack the automotive content algorithm and come out on top 110%. We all, you know, have seen comments. We all have probably heard people saying, oh, the algorithm's against me. This is a way you can game the algorithm, come out on top, beat it, and have a successful channel, in my personal opinion. Now, something else I want to go ahead and talk about, this is going to be also kind of going hand in hand with the 30-day crisis syndrome that I spoke on earlier, is the disconnect a lot of the bigger automotive YouTubers have created with the viewers. Now this has bled down to smaller channels, unfortunately. Now again, this is nothing against bigger YouTubers, because at the same time, this is not their fault whatsoever. They all worked hard to get where they're at, and this is what happens when viewers see certain things that go on their channel. Now again, this is coming from somebody who also has a large channel, not in the automotive realm, but in gaming. So I know for a fact the level of treatment is different when you have a larger following. Now, in automotive, this is even more severe. Unfortunately, what happens when, you know, let's say the regular guy, right, tries to go ahead and get a build done versus, you know, a bigger YouTuber, that bigger YouTuber is going to get treated differently. Now, this is coming from somebody, again, who has a YouTube channel, both gaming and automotive. I don't personally do my own work because I don't have the expertise, I don't have the tools, I don't have the space, and I also do not have the time to do a lot of the work on my car. If anything is going to take longer than 3 hours, it quite literally is not worth my time to go ahead and do it, because I'm going to be losing money going ahead and quite literally taking 3 hours out of my day to do something when I could be doing something else that's going to be creating me income. Now, whenever I get work done, if any shop watches this video, they know I have never went to a shop and said, hey, my name is so-and-so, I also run a YouTube channel. I've never done that. I always go to a shop, and the first thing I ask a shop before I even inquire about quotes, I say, I have this vehicle with these modifications. When is the earliest date you can take me in, and what is the time frame to get the work done? That is the first thing I ask a shop before I take my vehicle anywhere, so I don't end up like those unfortunate, you know, individuals that ended up getting taken advantage of. Now, being a bigger YouTuber, obviously, if a shop knows that car, knows that person, you're gonna get put on priority. They're gonna making sure that your shit is gonna come out properly, and you're not really gonna have to worry about being taken advantage of. Unfortunately, I've been taken advantage of twice, and maybe if I said, hey, you know, my name is so-and-so, I run this YouTube channel, maybe it would have went out differently. I just say, look, my name is so-and-so, I just want my car done right and released in a timely manner. And then obviously we talk about quotes. Now, the disconnect that a lot of the bigger YouTubers have created with viewerships is they think that anybody that's starting a YouTube channel, you know, that's making, you know, content on a car, don't even matter what car it is, they all think that every YouTuber gets special privileges. They think that every YouTuber gets discounts from shops. They think that every YouTuber gets free parts. They think that every YouTuber is gonna get expedite service, when that is 110% not the case. Oh my goodness, what the heck is going on right up here, man? Next to a school, that's actually insane. Wow. That's crazy, man. Next to a damn school. Now, as I was saying, that is 100% not the case. And the unfortunate thing behind this is a lot of viewers just, they expect unrealistic things from smaller YouTubers, right? So I'm gonna give this example because I've 100% seen it done on my channel. I've seen it on other small YouTubers channels. Whenever, you know, we start building a car, right, and we do, you know, XYZ modifications, okay, and let's say, you know, something breaks, right, or let's say you're building up a car to do XYZ, right, and something happens, right? YouTubers, you know, that obviously have a large, you know, following and whatnot, sponsorships, when things break, companies are going to reach out and supply them replacement parts. Now, like everybody else, fortunately, when things break, you know, we gotta save up and get the replacement parts. Viewers think, okay, things break, the next video, you know, $2,000 worth of parts magically show up and the car's back on the road. It's 100% not what happens. That's exactly why, when I was saying earlier, you can beat that syndrome, that 30-day syndrome, by going ahead and having content premeditated on the channel, because if something happens, you have that cushion, so you know, it can give the illusion that that's not happening. But again, like I said, if you don't want to do that, you don't have to do that. But that's something that I've seen happen on my channel. That's something that I've seen happen on a lot of other smaller channels. Now also, something that I've seen happen is, you know, whenever there's an event that's going on, you know, I'll use like Mustang Week, Texas 2K, let's say going to the track, whatnot. I don't think viewers understand. Now again, some viewers do, but a vast majority of people who are watching this automotive content, they're living vicariously through the automotive content creator. They have no intentions of doing the modifications. They have no intentions of maybe even buying the vehicle that they're watching the content on. They just want to just watch and see what goes, you know, what goes down. A lot of these guys are unrealistic, and they're living in la la land. They think money grows on trees. They think YouTubers get free parts and whatnot because, you know, let's say, you know, there's Mustang Week or some type of event going on and you live across the state. They expect that content creator to drop whatever they have going on to attend that. When in all reality, it's like, it's not like that. We just can't drop everything we're doing to go attend an event. It's just not gonna happen. Or, you know, they'll go ahead and recommend, hey, go to the track and break your car. You know, it's crazy how things, you know, happen. People think I got a Pro Charger sent for free, which is why I didn't go with the SS. Some people think I got the headers for this car for free. Some people think I got, you know, discounted labor at shops. I'm like, this shit don't make any sense, man. It really doesn't, but it's just the way it is, man. And that's because of the content they see on other channels. But I guess I can take that as a compliment, man. I mean, you know, it is what it is. It is what it is, but I'm telling y'all, that's not how it goes. It's just not how it goes 100%. So that's something that, you know, it's unfortunate, you know, with the car community on YouTube, is just people just, they don't know, you know, they think money grows on trees, and it is what it is. All right, so I'm back at the casa, man. My GoPro overheated. I might be switching out my camera I use to record videos very, very, very shortly. So stay tuned for that. Hopefully you guys enjoy. But let me know what y'all think about my little TED Talk down in the comment section of the video. Now, don't get it twisted. This is not a negative video, and no, I'm not saying to be like every other automotive YouTuber out there when it comes to like the mainstream approach. I'm just saying to be smart with how you go ahead and put out content, and kind of think 30 days in advance, 60 days in advance, maybe even 90 days in advance, to give yourself the best possible chance at growth. That's just from what I've seen go down within the last, honestly, over a year now, like well over a year now. This is not, like I said, some like 3-month thing that I've seen. This is something I've seen for over a year now. And I want to go ahead and talk about it in this video and put my thoughts and opinions out there. So if you guys enjoy, feel free, drop a like on the vid, subscribe to the channel, turn on those post notifications, and I'm gonna catch you guys in the next one, man. Stay safe out there, y'all.